Okay, good morning. Welcome to
MathIdeas190.
Sorry, I gotta check whether we're on the screen. Yep, we are. Okay. On Khan Academy just now, we were doing some problems on powers, and we encountered this crazy little problem. -1 to the 508th. Guess what? I left my eraser by the camera. -1 to the 508th. So I thought it'd be fun to do a video about powers of -1. Okay?
Yep.
Because this looks like a really hard problem to solve. Like if I asked you what 2 to the 508th was, you'd be like, well, what would you do if I said what's 2 to the 508th? You would be like,
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. But -1 to the 508th, maybe we can figure it out. So we got to start somewhere easy. What's an easy place to start?
It's an easy place to start at -1 to the 1.
-1 to the first power. What does -1 to the first power mean?
It's -1. It's -1 times itself.
How many times?
1.
One time. So -1 to the first power just means -1. Anything to the first power just means it's itself. Just means one copy of what's ever being raised to the power. Okay? That's pretty easy. -1 to the 1 is -1. Now we got to figure out what -1 squared is. What does -1 squared mean?
It's -1 times -1.
-1 times -1. Okay, very good. Very good. Now, though, we have to figure out what -1 times -1 is. Oh. Do we know anything about -1 times -1?
No.
No? I think we do.
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you know about -1 times -1?
Well, I know the rule.
What's the rule?
It's a negative times a negative equals a positive.
Okay, so we have a negative times a negative, and that equals a
Positive.
positive. Okay, so -1 times -1 is the same. They're both negative, so the answer is going to be positive.
Yeah, it's going to be 1.
It's going to be 1. Okay, that's interesting. -1 cubed.
That's -1 times -1 times -1.
Okay, now we already learned just now that -1 times -1 is
1.
So this is the same as 1 times -1.
It's just -1.
Okay, why is 1 times -1 equal to -1?
Because you don't multiply anything on it.
Right, 1 times anything is just
itself.
Is just whatever it is you're multiplying 1 by. So 1 times 10 is
10.
1 times -3 would be
-3.
1 times 1,000 would be
1,000.
1 times giraffe is
Giraffe.
giraffe. 1 times hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
Very good. 1 times anything is just that one thing. Okay, so now that's that. So -1 cubed is -1. I'm just going to erase this line to save a little room. -1 to the 4th, which is what? What is -1 to the 4th? What does that mean?
That means -1 times -1 times -1 times -1.
Okay, so we can group in powers in groups of 2 like this. What's -1 times -1?
-1 times -1 is just 1.
1. And I'm going to do this group. -1 times -1 is
1.
Is 1. So I get 1 times 1 is
1.
It's 1. Oh, isn't that interesting? So -1 to the first power is 1. -1 to the second, or -1 to the first power is -1. -1 to the second power is
1.
-1 to the third power is
-1.
-1 to the fourth power is
Is 1.
Is 1. So what do you think -1 to the fifth power is going to be?
It's -1.
Okay, why do you think that?
Because we've had this pattern, and because of the pattern, I think I know the next.
What's the pattern?
It goes -1, 1, -1, 1.
Okay, so it looks like this one's going to be -1, right?
Yeah.
-1 to the 5th power means 5 copies of -1.
Yep.
But we just learned 4 copies of -1 multiplied together is
1.
So we just have 1 -1 left over times 1, so we get -1.
Yeah.
What do you think -1 to the 6th is going to be?
It's going to be minus. It's going to be -1 times -1.
-1 times -1, which is
1.
1. Okay. So can you tell me the pattern that we figured out here for powers of -1?
1. It's -1, 1, -1, 1, -1, 1.
Okay, and the problem we were trying to figure out was -1 to the 508th power, which at first seemed like that would be totally impossible. But now that we found our little pattern, what can you tell me? That -1 to the 508th, how are we going to use our pattern to figure out what this is?
Now, for even numbers, for even numbers it's 1.
For even powers,
It's
it's 1, and for odd powers, it's
-1.
okay.
So -1 to the 508th equals 1.
Okay, write that in. -1 to the 508th equals
1.
yes. High five. Bam. All right, good job, sweetie. That's a fun one, isn't it?
Mhm.
Powers of -1.